So I'm sure you guys all had the different types of kids in school, and you know what I'm talking about. There was the anime kid, maybe the video game kid, the stupid kid, the smart kid, the fat kid. Well, today we're going to be talking about the fat kid, and I know that some people might be like, "You're being fat phobic" or whatever, but I mean, I didn't hate this kid because he was fat. It just happened to be one of his characteristics. Like, I probably wouldn't like him if he was skinny, if he was Chinese, if he was black, if he was whatever. It doesn't matter. So, this kid, we're just gonna call him Stinky McGee. And the funny thing about Stinky McGee was he looked and talked exactly like the comedian John Panette. It was so fucking weird. I mean, I'm just gonna play a real quick clip of John Panette for you guys in case you have no idea who he even is.
See, I don't do well in KFC lines because people stare at that menu. It's KFC. They have chicken.
But anyway, this kid Stinky McGee, he just acted and talked just like him. And the thing that was weird about Stinky McGee was he thought he was a comedian and he thought he was so funny, but he wasn't. I think there was maybe one time when I laughed at his joke and it wasn't even like, ha ha, it was like, ha, because I thought it was sort of funny and stuff. But yeah, Stinky McGee would always just try to say funny things in class or whatever, and he just thought that he was the king of the world and everything. But no, he was not even funny at all. He wasn't. He tried doing comedy club, but once he went there once, and then he got out of the place because nobody thought he was funny. But then anyway, you're probably wondering why I'm even talking about all this, but here we go with the actual part of the story. With Stinky McGee, he basically just, like the name, he smelled awful. He literally smelled so bad. He smelled like he rolled in garbage and stuff. And I remember once one of the teachers, they literally walked right past him and they smelled him and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And he smelled so bad, and it pretty much was like the "do that" scene from SpongeBob. And I don't think I need to play it because it's so famous at this point that you guys pretty much know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, Stinky McGee, he just would come to class smelling horrible, and there were so many times when I had to open a window or something. This other time, this Mexican kid, he went cochino, which I'm pretty sure is Spanish for gross or nasty or something. I don't really speak fluent Spanish and anything along those lines, but yeah, it was just pretty funny. And then another time, he had basically been in class, and the teacher said, "Oh, I need to speak to you real quick, Stinky McGee." And he goes, "Okay." So then he comes out to the class, and the door was slightly open, so I could hear everything the guy was saying. And the teacher goes, "Did you shower today?" He goes, "No." And he goes, "Well, how often do you shower?" He goes, "Twice a month." And I was just, yeah, I can believe that, to be honest. Twice a month, that is honestly freaking horrible. And I mean, the teacher said, "Well, you should probably bring deodorant to class." And I was just thinking, yeah, he'd probably eat that. But anyway, yeah, he brought deodorant to class from that day on, and I don't even know if he was actually using it. He probably just was pretending to because he still smelled awful. And the other teacher who had smelled him said he smelled horrible. He literally had told him that, okay, why don't you go down to the gym and take a shower? I think you really need to. You smell foul, disgusting, horrible. One of the worst things. You just smell rancid. I'm just trying to come up with other synonyms. I'm holding my imaginary thesaurus here and just thinking abhorrent, disgusting. I don't know, freaking. I don't even know what to say, but just he was just nasty. Just smelled super super bad. Just one of the worst smells I've ever had. Like I would literally rather have my nose in a toilet bowl filled with EDP's shit than sit next to this kid. It was just awful, and there were so many times when I had to sit next to him and everything. Just yuck. Just if I was sitting next to him after lunch, then probably 9 times out of 10 I would have to hold back the vomit so I didn't puke all over this kid. But yeah, he was really weird, and for some reason my mom thought I was friends with this kid because I talked to him about him so much. But no, it was just I hated this kid. And there was another time when one of my friends literally said it smells so bad in here, and he got in a bottle of cologne, started spraying it, and that made Stinky McGee really mad, and he just got super angry, and he just got really angry and like stormed out of the classroom and stuff. But I mean, yeah, Stinky McGee was certainly a character, a special little guy, I guess. I don't really know, but yeah, that is pretty much the story of how I had to deal with a really smelly, nasty, gross kid. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I'll see you guys next time.